Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2022 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Scorpio and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, perhaps you're partnered up, maybe you're going through a challenging time with someone who is close to your heart, a family member, a friend, a coworker, a parent, or a child. We'll take a look at it all. So just a friendly reminder, Scorpio, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Scorpio, your first card out here for your main energy is Position of Power with the Moose card. So I do feel like you have the upper hand in a situation here, regardless of your relationship status. You may be single and focused on self-love, focused on your career, focused on good times with your family, your friends, your children, just focusing on you. If you are in a situation right now that seems to be challenging between you and another person, I feel like you may be making the calls, or it may be up to you to pick up that phone or to send a text or to communicate first is what I am sensing here for you. Now, we do have the pipe card showing up. This does talk about smooth transitions when it comes to matters of the heart. I do sense here that there could be a reconciliation or even an apology coming in if there was a feud between you and someone that was close to you. Now, when we do these love readings, it's not just about romantic love. For a lot of you, it is, but this could be a family member. It could be a friend that you've had a falling out with. So I'm sensing that some of you may be actually falling away from friends or from a group of people or from a partnership that you are currently in, where you're wondering what it's going to feel like on the other side, but you're actually going through this transition currently, and I feel like it's quite smooth. Now, some of you singles out there as well, there could be an opening up where I feel new energy coming in for you, especially around mid to end October and even into November here, where you're transitioning just beautifully into a new energy here, because in the future coming up here, we do have the butterfly, which talks about big changes ahead. And whenever I feel the butterfly, this is about transformations. This is about spiritual growth here. So there could have been some sort of a resistance. You could have been hanging on for whatever reason to a connection or a group of friends or a family member. There was your own personal reasons for hanging on, but I do feel like you're transitioning into either a growing separately or together. There is something happening within you that's shifting, and you may not even be fully aware of it. So let's dive into your energy here, Scorpio, and take a look at what the overall main energy is for you in matters of the heart for October 2022. What do we have here for Scorpio? Main energy, the Chariot, Cancerian energy here. Yeah, you are moving forward. There is big changes coming in here. Now, some of you, not all of you, please take it as it resonates. Some of you may be seeing someone at work, or there could be a work dynamic or a friendship or a co-worker that may have left you feeling a little bit sore or a little bit numb, or maybe you wanted to kind of have this person apologize for an action or something that was done. For others of you, could be even an older person, whether it's a parent or whether it's a relative that's older than you, or a friend who may have acted immaturely for their age, is what I'm getting here. But the Chariot energy is all about forward movement. So even though there was some sort of stagnancy or resistance showing up here in a connection, I do feel like you're going through this transition of forward movement, and it's actually going smoother than you thought, which I really like to see here. And it may happen quite quick. There's some big changes. Some of you may be coming together with another person, maybe moving in. Some of you may be going through a divorce and moving out. I mean, the changes, the stories are going to be different for each and every one of you, but the bottom line is the energy here is of change. So whatever you're going through, Scorpio, expect it to be smoother or easier than maybe you had anticipated, which is great news. Let's take a look and clarify the Chariot showing up for you. Some of you may be traveling as well. You may have a business endeavor, or you may have maybe you're traveling for pleasure. I feel like you could even meet somebody while you're out and about, or while you're looking at your vehicle, getting your vehicle fixed. I just heard that some of you may have needed an oil change, and you may have striked up a conversation with someone who is working on a vehicle, or maybe someone who does work on cars or vehicles. Please take that again as it resonates. 8 of Wands. I love when the 8 of Wands comes in, because it reminds me of the Chariot's little sister. There's communication here. There is news. There is velocity. There's speed. You can see that there's a lot going on inside and out. So what this means is you have some emotions coming in. You have this heart chakra that is saying it's time for movement. It's time for change. It's time for, excuse me, for you to step into this new energy here. Excuse me. And I do feel for you, it's quite exciting. There is communication here. If you've been expecting that, or if you have been wondering how communication is going to go with someone, it's going to go a lot better than you think. All right. Scorpio, let's take a look and see what's crossing your energy in the month of October and how we can help you move through it. Yeah, there it is. The Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords. There is going to be a clear understanding between you and another person where you're going to have a breakthrough. And it's going to lead to some really big changes. So if you are in a partnership and you're wanting change, you may be fearing, maybe talking to this person and saying, hey, this is what I need from you. This is what I would like to see happen. And then the person that you are dealing with will also tell you how they feel. So I do feel that there is a mutual type of agreeing energy here, whether it is an apology, whether it's closure, or whether it is someone's not fulfilling someone's needs and it needs to be looked at in a different way. Whatever this communication is, it's clearing up some miscommunication. It is clearing up any sort of challenge that you've had here in the past, because someone may have even spoken some sharp words and threw some daggers at you. They may have called you some names here. I'm getting some not very good names for some of you. For other people, they may have maybe even said things about you that weren't true, or said things about the relationship that wasn't true, just to hurt you. Because sometimes when people are hurt, they hurt other people. And the Ace of Swords is about clearing this up. This is finding solutions. This is about truth. This is about thinking logically, but not letting the emotions overrule, where we let that hurt and that pain come out to cut with our words. So there could be an apology coming in here for you after a time of an argument or a fight or miscommunication. Let's just take a look and clarify. Now, I won't clarify every single card that comes out, just the ones where I'd like to see a little bit more on. Let's take a look at this challenge showing up. Okay, King of Wands. King of Wands here. Now, you may have had a falling out with the King of Wands, or there could have been some miscommunication here. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. Roles can be reversed here. This is about someone who's a little bit inflexible at times, maybe hard to reach. Typically, the King of Wands is very passionate and very go-getter. He's a leader. He's an influencer. But I do see, as this is your challenge, someone may be hard to reach, or just inflexible, or a little bit bossy or controlling at times, or they may let their ego get in the way, where they have a really big head here. And so I'm sensing that someone is coming together to fix an issue that had happened in the past. Okay, let's take a look and see what's below you, Scorpio. What is the foundation of your heart? What's the love energy? 10 of Voices, 10 of Swords. Yeah, there could have been a painful ending that had occurred here for you, and somebody may be coming back around. Remember in the beginning I said some sort of reconciliation. No, it doesn't have to be an ex coming back from the past. Even though we're in Mercury in retrograde, it certainly can bring up past people. This could be an old family member that you had a falling out with a long time ago. This could be an old friend that it ended difficultly. And I feel like you are healing from a situation here that's painful. And the challenge for you this month is to come together to maybe accept this apology. Someone may have been in denial, but they're coming to their senses. This can also be about communicating what went wrong as well. But the 10 of Voices guarantees a new beginning. And I feel like that's what's coming in for you. Let's take a look at the past and see how the past may still be affecting the present energy. The Empress, or yes, excuse me, the High Priestess showing up here. The High Priestess, you may have found out about a few things. This is about you really needing to trust your intuition in the past, but some of you may have let a few things slip by. You can see that she has a cloak over one eye, but the other eye is open. So it's almost like you knew something was happening or something was going to occur between you and someone close to your heart, but you didn't want to see it. So it was about trusting. So the soul lesson between you and another person here, Scorpio, is trust. It is about listening to your intuition, paying attention to the red flags. Sometimes in a dynamic, we can know with everything in our being that there's red flag after red flag after red flag, but we know that we are in a union to learn some soul lessons. Therefore, that's why we don't physically detach at times, is because we have to stay in this union for our soul to grow and advance, or we need to at times separate and detach, which you have here, I see. But I feel for some of us, this can be about staying to learn some deep lessons, no matter how challenging they are, because it's about our evolution. It's about our soul's growth. And right at that time, I seen 1111. So some of you, this could have been a soulmate, or there could have been a soul connection here between you and another person. And I feel like you're finally moving forward. This could be something that happened 20 years ago, 20 months ago, 20 days ago. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is it's still affecting your energy in some way, shape, or form. But I'm sensing that you've grown from this, and now there's a smooth transition moving into the future, which I really like to see. Let's take a look, Scorpio, at what's above you. What's coming in here for Scorpio? All right, the Death card. There it is, that butterfly energy that we see showing up in the future. Some big changes. The Death energy is all about transitioning here, which you also have in the current energy too. So this will be a smooth transition. There is an ending coming in here. Possibly an ending of something that had happened physically many, many years or months or days ago, but emotionally it could have been something you were still hanging on to. I really love the energy here in this card, even though it can be a little intimidating at times to go through some changes, a separation, or to go into a new relationship, or to forgive a family member for some hurt, or to heal some childhood wounding. Whatever this is here for you, Scorpio, the blessings are that this death energy brings about spiritual growth. It brings about a rebirth, a transition. So the lessons are not to resist this change that's coming in for you, to finally heal and move forward once and for all. So I love this. I'm going to pull a card to clarify the death before we move into the future. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have this one that's stuck in my pinky that doesn't want to let go. So we're going to clarify and see why. Okay, this makes sense here. Okay, because it's been a long time coming with this Temperance for you to fully let go of something that you were holding on to. This is all about you. This Eight of Swords can be at times, don't shoot the messenger, we self-sabotage our own self. We stay telling ourselves a mental story over and over and over, replaying it in our head about what had happened in the past. Or we tell ourselves when we get into a new relationship that the things are going to happen that have happened in the past. This is all about you cutting. You can see all the swords there. She's grabbing a sword and she's cutting the rope here that's on her hands. So whatever you felt trapped in, whatever you felt stuck, or whatever mental stories, Scorpio, you were telling yourself in the past, you're realizing that maybe none of them were true for you anyway, or maybe they were true at that moment, but it's about you being able to grow, you being able to move on from a situation and cut the rope here. And that's what you're doing. But it's taken a little bit of time. The Temperance is all about patience. It's about compromise. It is about self-control. And that's what you're doing here. You are staying within your own lane. You're focusing on what's good for you. And you're focusing on your needs. Because I keep hearing the Empress, which I think one of these cards, yeah, the High Priestess, I said the Empress. And even though it's the High Priestess, I feel like it's about you taking care of yourself instead of maybe nurturing or mothering other people in your life. Some of you, it may be your own children. It could be healing a parent child dynamic, whether with your own parents as well, some childhood wounding, whatever this is for you. It could be a situation that had occurred last year or 5 years ago. They're also giving me the number 8, which you see here with the 8 of Swords. So someone may be born on the 8th or have an 8 in their birth chart. Someone may have a life path of 8. You could have been born in the well, of course, you, Scorpio, you're not born in August, but I am sensing here strong 8s in your energy. Some of you may be seeing that, or you may have been with a Leo as well. So please take that as it resonates here. Now let's see what's coming in the future, because I really love to see that you're finally letting go of some sort of either limiting belief, mental block, some story, or even a person, place, or a situation. For some of you, you're letting it go, and this is huge, and there's a new energy coming out from it. You may be in a relationship. If those of you are saying, Melissa, I'm not parting with a person, it's just the energy. Some of you are certainly going through a transition between you and a very important person that's close to your heart, because you've graduated. You've come out of something that was difficult. And it may not even be between the both of you. Some of you may have had to endure life's challenges together. Maybe there was a loss of a job that one partner had to kind of step up to the plate, or the loss of a family member where you both had to come together, and you're realizing that you may be stronger than you think together. So again, please take that as it resonates. Now, in the near future, we have the Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords energy. So someone may be coming towards you quite swiftly, quite quickly here. The Knight can be very impulsive, the Knight of Swords. This could also be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarian energy for you. But there is someone here, whether it's you or someone else, that is really passionate, very excited, very much a go-getter when it comes to what it is that they want. When this King of Swords shows up, Knight of Swords, this is someone who is very confident. He is very action oriented. He's a warrior, and he's willing to do what it takes to get what he wants. And that's what I feel like you are doing. But it's not coming from an egotistical type of way. It's coming from this is what I believe is true for myself, and I'm doing what is right for me. And gosh darn it, I'm doing it. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio. Let's take a look and clarify the Knight of Swords showing up here for Scorpio. What do we have? Knight of Swords. Someone may be certainly rushing towards you. You may be ending a chapter here. Let's see. Knight of Swords clarified by the Knight of Swords. I love when that happens. So no clarifying needed. Spirit saying, yes, everything I said is certainly true. Okay, let's take a look and see what you're telling yourself. How are you feeling, Scorpio? What's going on within your mind? Are you excited to let go of whatever this 8 of Swords mental block is? Because you should be. This is a really big step for you. I'm very proud of you for getting through that challenge, or challenges, whatever that was. Yeah, the Tower. You're thinking that this is huge for you, and it absolutely is. The Tower moment, especially showing up the way it is in reverse, which I certainly don't mind to see, because you've already had something that may have happened for you. There may have been a breaking down of a belief system. The Tower can be internal. It can be shattering an old way of thinking and awakening to a brand new one that offers you freedom, offers you a release. Remember, you're cutting those cuffs that bind you. And I feel like that's what you're telling yourself. Take a look at what's going on up here. And usually whenever I read, I do read intuitively, so I don't always, flip the card for you, but they said keep the card in the flip position, because take a look. There is almost like a suspension here, surrendering to a new way of thinking, a new way of doing. But look what's happening at the top. He's jumping off of this cliff. He is taking that leap of faith. That's that Fool energy. And that Fool is all about a new beginning, a fresh start, embracing the unknown. Yes, it's risky. Yes, you may not know where you're going to end up, but trust that you have wings here, and Spirit is guiding you along the way. So this is some big stuff happening. Scorpio, whatever you have going on, your heart is completely opening up to this new change that's coming in for you. So you can trust this. Trust this change. Two of Wands, you're starting to plan. You're starting to take a look. What can I do to better myself? It could be emotionally, it could be physically, it could be a combination of both, but you're in the planning stages of, okay, now what? What's this next chapter? Do I, even look for a new job here and relocate? Do I move in or out of with this person? How do I pick myself back up? How do I allow myself to start fresh, pick up from the rubble that has kind of left you feeling a little bit at times defeated, but I feel like you have a new enthusiastic energy with this Knight of Swords. You have a new sense of purpose here, a new sense of going towards a new beginning, and I really love this. Let's take a look at what's showing up in your environment. What's showing up in your environment? Celebration. You should be celebrating. Pat yourself on the back. Three of Emotions is the Three of Cups. And this is about celebrating with your friends, with your family, with your community. This can be a wedding reception, a reunion. This can be news that comes in for you, maybe about a test, an exam, a new job, a new home, a new birth. It could be even about you just going out and enjoying the time with other people. If you're single and looking for love, it could be you getting out of your box and your comfort zone, and you're finally ready for this next chapter, and you're saying yes to some new energy coming in, especially if it's this Knight of Swords, someone who can be very confident and very positive with what they want, and they may want you, Scorpio. Now, for others of you, if you're in a relationship, you may be celebrating some big achievement or chapter that has gone through a lot, but now you're ready for this conclusion. You're ready for this, I don't want to say an ending, but you may be ready for the next series in the book here is kind of what I'm getting for you. Let's take a look and see what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and fear? Okay, no, they're saying clarify the Three of Cups. Okay, we're going to just back it up here. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Three of Cups, what do we need to know about this celebratory energy for Scorpio? Oh my word. Now I know why. We have the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful for you, Scorpio. This is healing either a family dynamic, family drama. Some of you may be walking down the aisle. Some of you may be parting ways with someone who you had a high level commitment in, and that's a celebration in itself. Some of you may be having a bachelorette party or going to someone's wedding as well. I feel like I am hearing church bells. It doesn't mean someone's getting married in a church, but I feel like there could be some sort of, accomplishment, milestone, achievement. And there is a rainbow showing up, and rainbows come after the storm, after everything needed to be washed away. And that's what's showing up here for you, Scorpio. Everything needed to become washed away so you can move forward fully and integrate this 10 of Cups energy, which is what you wanted. That's what you're celebrating here for some of you. So I love this. Maybe you're a maid of honor, or maybe you're a groomsman here, or you're part of a wedding or taking place. You may meet someone. Someone may be coming towards you at a wedding as well. All right, let's take a look at your hopes and fears. What do we have? 7 of Wands, 7 of Inspiration. This is a very legitimate hope and fear I find in a lot of readings. When this comes up here, you want to be able to have that upper hand, which you do here. You're in a position of power. You want to be able to feel like you can live life happily and on your terms, but be able to integrate with communicating with other people as well, that you're feeling good, you're feeling safe. You don't feel like your beliefs are being pressured, or I'm sensing at times you may have family members that say, hey, Scorpio, are you married yet? Do you have children yet? Do you have a boyfriend yet, or a girlfriend yet? Or, I feel like you may have certain people that pressure you from all angles, and you don't want that to happen. I mean, you, out of all of those people, know what you want, and you know that it's difficult. And then to be reminded time after time, please take that as it resonates. For others of you, this is just about healing a dynamic that was uncomfortable, where maybe you did feel a little bit defenseless, or you felt easily offended, or you felt like there was pressure coming in at all times and people were constantly looking for an argument or a fight. The hope here is you don't want any of that. I mean, who does really, Scorpio? But sometimes we do bring in that energy, or that energy finds us. And I feel like it's to teach us how to step into our power. And that's your hope here. Ooh, let's look at the final outcome. What's the final? Whoa. Okay. Final outcome right away here for Scorpio. Matters of the heart. Six of Swords. I personally love the Six of Swords because it's saying that we are moving towards calmer waters. We have gone through a challenging time. We have made it to the other side here. And you may still kind of be feeling the effects of whatever that tower was or whatever hurt or pain. But the good news is, there is a smooth transition into a bigger change, something better. There's a quote, there are far better things ahead than any you leave behind. And that's what is happening here for you. You're leaving behind things that no longer serve you, whether this is thoughts, whether it's limiting beliefs, whether it's a person, a dynamic, a situation, a codependency, manipulation, whatever this is for you. The story is going to be different for everyone, but underneath the energy is you are moving towards a positive, smoother transition into this big change that you may have been scared to see how it was going to fall into place. You may have been unsure if this was the right decision to make, or if you could actually disengage, or even for some of you come together with someone. And I feel like you are on the right path. The Six of Swords is a very powerful energy here of freeing yourself from a situation, leaving the past behind. It's about a spiritual transition or journey into something better. And that's what I see you doing here. Let's take a look and clarify the Six of Swords for Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? King of Swords energy. Beautiful. Yeah. The King of Swords is about cutting through any of the BS. He's not interested in games. He's not interested in fantasies. He's not interested in lies, deception, or anybody that wants to feed him a line of BS, right? He's saying, I don't want to deal with any of that stuff in my life any longer. I am moving forward. I'm feeling confident, but sometimes he really needs to open that heart up a little bit more, this King of Swords. But I feel like the reason why you may be thinking very logically at this time, Scorpio, which it doesn't mean that you're not doing the right thing. Some of you may felt like you've opened your heart so much in the past for it to let you down or for it to not trust. But it's when we find that balance of opening the heart and using our logical mind, heart and mind, to steer the ship, that's when the miracles happen. So just make sure here that you are keeping open to loving yourself first and foremost, and staying open to maybe the new relationships coming in, or to your children, your parents, your friends. Because there's a lot of love to go around here. So very powerful energy for you in the month of October, Scorpio. I certainly feel like you are finally coming into where you've wanted to be in matters of the heart for a long, long time. Now let's take a look and get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks that you see used during your reading, or any above here, you can find all of that information in the description box below. We have flexible. It's also card 19, which is the Sun card. So if you remain flexible in your approach to the heart matters here, you will create abundance. You will create success, happiness. Also, it may come to health as well. Some of you, your health, mental health, I'm getting, you may have went through depression, anxiety, or some actually physical ailments that had occurred in your life. I feel like you are coming out from that, if that is you, and you're heading towards, again, freedom, liberating your minds. I'm going to read to you the relationship message before we wind down your reading, Scorpio. And this is all about teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what is important. And the relationship message for you is this. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time. It's okay to come to happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made this choice. I love this for you. I also want to read to you the protection message for some of you that are still feeling a little bit stagnant, or it's difficult going through this transition period. It says, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So that's what's happening here. Remember in the very beginning of your reading, the challenge here, or what's crossing your energy, Scorpio, is this Ace of Swords. It is about finding that solution to any sort of challenge, argument, obstacle, pain, hurt, or tower moment, whatever came in here. Can you negotiate? Whether that negotiation leads you back together to start a new type of energy here, or it allows you to part ways. Regardless, know that you can trust the decision that you will make here is going to allow you to move forward into more ease, more freedom, and it's going to be a smooth transition into some very powerful changes in matters of the heart. All right, Scorpio, I hope this resonates with you. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for allowing me to tune into your beautiful energy, sending you lots of love and light.